All right, y'all. My neighbor's doing construction, so you're going to hear some grinding during this video. But since the election, I'm sure that you've heard of Parler, MeWe, Rumble, and these are just like some social media platforms that have popped up within the last year that are geared towards free speech, anti-censorship, that kind of thing. And since the election, it's been like Facebook and Twitter have just been flooded with like find me here, find me here, find me here. And it's very interesting. I've got people that I'm friends with on there. They're like, I went on there and this is what I saw. And I mean, I joined. Whatever. I might as well grab my username while it's available, And I have to admit, like, I think mainstream media is, and big tech is, I think it worries them a little bit. Because, I mean, viewership is down on the big news networks. Fox News took a huge hit. A lot of viewers, they just want the information. They don't want the information that's being provided by a big news network that's owned by a larger corporation that has its own agenda. They want the news. They want the information. They don't want to watch a 30-second clip of a speech and hear somebody's take on it and then change the channel, hear the next 15 seconds of that speech and hear a completely different take on it. How about you play the whole thing? And it's that agenda that's behind these news networks that's really driving viewers away. I mean, they're shifting towards these smaller, internet-based news stations that do Zoom calls with their reporters because, these people are just trying to provide the facts, trying to provide just information that they're picking up, that they're getting. It's not like corrupted information that's being spewed out on the networks. These people just want the information. They just want to hear what's being said. They want to see what's being released. That's what the viewers are looking for. And so with mainstream media losing viewerships, I mean, this is a conversation from CNN, known to a lot of people as fake news, which I always thought was funny. But these are two reporters for CNN having a discussion about these social media platforms. And Pamela Brown says that there's a shift from dominant social media to pro-free speech platforms. And she said that they're a threat to democracy. Why is that? They're pro-free speech. How is that a threat to democracy? She's up there with Brian Stelter, who says conservatives leaving Facebook and Twitter for Parler because they believe it's a safer space for them. And it's ultimately not good for the country. This is the conversation they're having. The news network says that if you are leaving Facebook and Twitter and going to Parler and MeWe, that you're a threat to democracy. Are you serious? Are you serious? That shows just how much they were involved this past year, 2020. Mainstream media has showed us, if they tell you that a sickness with a 99% survival rate is going to kill you if you catch it, you're scared. And you allow them to lock you up in quarantine in your house. Then, the election coming, they're telling you who's going to be president next. The Electoral College doesn't vote until December 14th. If you're upset that President Trump is fighting he's got time. We spent how much taxpayer money investigating Russian interference into the 2016 election? And then social media, Facebook, Twitter said, hold my beer. We'll do it better in 2020. And that's what they did. You posted a post that said COVID, Corona. They slapped a banner and said, we noticed that your post contained coronavirus. We're going to put a link for more research and information. If you talked about the election or about votes, you got another banner on the bottom of your post saying, see election results. This claim is being disputed. If you sent out a video about doctors talking about coronavirus, it was blurred out. This is being fact checked. Oh my gosh. And so people are sick of it. People are just sick of it. They don't want the banners. I mean, you had to go to a special setting to turn off it, like Facebook and everybody asking if you were registered to vote. I mean, every time you opened up an app to look at something, are you registered to vote? Yes, I'm a citizen. I've got a driver's license. I did it when I got it. Like, ease up. But they didn't. And so what happened? People are leaving. They're going towards these places where you don't see the banners. They're not censoring. And it's not just politics. It's not just about the election. I follow doctors. They're being censored on Twitter because they don't agree with the nutritional guidelines that are out there right now. Everybody knows the American diet sucks. And that's what they're saying. Don't follow. But their information is getting censored. So what are they doing? They're going to Parler. They're going to these places that aren't censoring their information. They've got 1/10 of the following that they have at these other platforms. 160,000 followers on Instagram and Twitter. But their posts are only reaching 13,000. They're on Parler with 15,000 followers and they're getting 9,000 impressions. How do the numbers match? Because they're getting suppressed. Everybody's talking about, the voter suppression. This is information suppression. Which one, this is why there's a shift. This is why people are leaving and they're going to these other places. And for these two knuckleheads to be on the news, a mainstream media news station, and say that it's a threat to democracy and that it's bad for the country because these people are getting in their own echo chambers, that's what Democrats are doing. This fool says that it's that conservatives believe it's a safer place for their beliefs. Past 12 years, what have we heard? Schools, universities, they all need a safe space. Conservatives can't have it, but Democrats can. Liberals can. But a conservative wants to share their views, it gets suppressed over here, so they go somewhere else where they can't share it, and that's an echo chamber. It's not good for them. It's a threat to democracy. Are you kidding me? Why do these people listen? Do they listen? Do they hear themselves when they talk? That's essentially, this is our society. We're looking at TVs, we're looking at screens, and we're getting all of our information from that. But we can't have dialogue, we can't have discussion, because if you say something I don't like it, you're a racist, and you're hateful, and I'm not going to listen to it. I'm going to go to my safe place. I mean, all this, every time I see somebody talk about a safe space, a safe place, it just makes me think that Democrats want to segregate again. But this time, you're doing it voluntarily. They've been so good. The psychological warfare that the Democrats have achieved is amazing. They'll do studies on it in the future. Because these people literally want to self-segregate. We no longer want to come together. 2 weeks ago, there was a call for unity. They don't want to come together. They want you to follow. They don't want you to have your own thoughts and opinions. They want you to have theirs. If you don't have theirs, then you're just filled with hate. So when we say that mainstream media is the enemy, it's the enemy. Have a good day.